Yo, sup, SolarLune here, and here is another Wordle video. It's been going pretty well so far. It's been about 24 hours since the last video, so we can give this one a shot and see how we do. So, for some reason I thought fourth would be a good word to start with. Okay, so there's an R, but not in the center position. Otherwise, there's no F, O, T, or H. For those who are unfamiliar with Wordle, you have 6 guesses to guess a word comprised of 5 letters. Yellow means the letter is in the word, but not in that position. Gray means it's not there. Green means it is there in that position. So the next thing we should try is probably multiple vowels like A, E, I, Y. So we'll try... maybe maze. Wow, that hits the A, the I, and the E. That's really good. Yeah, let's try that. Maze. So there's an I, but there's no A or E. There's no A, no O, and no E. That's a little bit out of the ordinary, but I guess that makes it a little easier. So there's an R somewhere in here. There's an I in the center. Could it start with an R? Could also be a Y or a U. Let's see if we can maybe pick out a word that has Y and U. Amygdala. Yours. Yeah, yours. It has O. We know O isn't in there, but we are able to get both U. Oh, Y. Oh yeah, U and Y. We're able to get those out of the way. S as well is a relatively common letter, so we can know if it's at the end. It's not. Okay, so R isn't here or here. R has to be in here in the first, second, or fifth position, and there's no S. So this is a little bit of an interesting word. Okay. So R could be here. R could be here. R could be there. If it was at the end, it would have to be something like cover. But there's an I. So something I, something R. There's no vowels. There's no other vowels besides I here. You have I. There's no Y, there's no U, there's no E, A, or O. Yeah, so that means that it's got to be something like TRI. Trike, trips, trim, trick. Could be something like trick. It could be something like trick. So we have C, we have K, we have T. Oh, it can't be no T, no T's. But I feel like I'm kind of on the right track there. If it's not trick, what if it was like drips? Respect the drip. Because we know I is in the center. R is not in either of the center, obviously, or the fourth position. So R would have to be in the beginning or the end. Something like rough or... But I think trip or something similar kind of works. Trick or tripe, something like that, works because I's in the center. Because there's no other vowels, we know it has to be consonant, consonant, I. TRI is common beginning. DRI. WRI. So I think it would have to be something like that. TRI, DRI, WRI. I think those are more likely than D, like T in or TB. Like TR works well. JR, not so much. KR, no. LR, no. PR, no. It could be another letter. It doesn't have to be R in the second position. But that's even less likely, right? KL, JN, like, you know, TR gives a TRI go together. So if I is in the second, in the third position, the second letter has to almost be R, because it couldn't be like WQ or DX, XD, CV. No. Let's look at it at another angle. What second letter could it be if it were not R? Q, no. W, no. D, no. X, no. C, no. V, B, G. could be in if it were like I in, but I is in the middle. I don't think there's another in. It could be I in I. Because vowels can repeat, but it's not likely to be I and I. There's not very many 5-letter words that start with I and I. K and I and I, L and I, P and I, J and I. No. I think it's... Oh, it's not trip because there's no T. So there is no TRI, but it could be DRI. That's what I was getting at. So I think that it has to be something RI. That it has to be like right or something like that. So it's not T. Could be W. Could be D. BR. Brick. Could be brick. BRICK. If it doesn't work, it would get us closer. Yo! Okay, so then it must be like trick or... prick, like to prick your finger. I think it has to be that. Yeah, there it is. All right, okay, that was pretty good. Honestly, I'm not even upset that we got an M5 compared to 4. The possible 4, I mean, you could use brick or prick, you know, interchangeably. It could have been either one. Like, that is a really good guess. Brick, you know, it could have easily been brick. Yeah, like that's just we basically got it in 4. Like, it could have been brick, and then if it wasn't brick, like if it was brick and we guessed prick, then we would have gotten it in 5 just like we did now by flipping the guesses. So like that was a really good guess. I think yours was good. I don't like that I repeated a O, but I like that I managed to get U and S out of the way, because S is really an easy letter to guess because there's so many words, you know, 4-letter words that you can make 5-letter words by just adding an S. And so, you know, it's kind of an easy guess to the point where you could almost, you know, assume if there's an S anywhere in the word is probably going to be at the end. You know, maybe in 40% of the words, something, you know, some significant number. But on the flip side, it wasn't there, so it was worth it to guess. We were able to get U out, which is good. I think getting the vowels out really helps, because if you can rule out the vowels, that basically rules out the consonants, because you know, for example, if there's no, like we did, if there's no vowels except for I, you know, basically it's not going to start with I, and it's not going to be, you know, some letter I. So that means that basically it can only be something like we guessed, BRI, PRI, TRI. It has to be that kind of an initial word, because some consonants just don't go together. G and V, J and N, they just don't. You never see them together. So if you can rule out the vowels that you only have 1 or, you know, 2 or something like that, especially if it's a letter like I in the middle, then you basically know, like, okay, it's going to end or begin with consonant I, and then end with I consonant, because it's not going to be something I or something I. It's just, you never see that. So that was good. I think we puzzled it out, and we managed to get a little bit of a formula. I think that we're getting there. We're getting there, and it's getting good. I wish I could like play more of it. I wish I could play like multiple days on a single go, because it feels like some days I might not be able to play, or you know, on a day like this where it's like, you know, it's a relatively short video, we managed to get it pretty quick. Like, you know, keep it coming. Give me another Wordle word. Give me a 6-letter word or a 7-letter word. Like, you know, I don't know. It feels like the kind of thing where you could easily just expand this site with just a couple more features to keep people playing for hours instead of just minutes, or minutes instead of just seconds, because it's like, this was good. It was fun. But yeah, that's Wordle. Short day. Sorry. It was what can I say? It was good. I managed to get it. So yeah, congratulations to me. I'll catch you guys on the flip side next time with another Wordle video. Peace.